Governor Chris Christie signed a bill that partially legalizes sports betting in the Garden State.
Okay, it's about time. Millions of us bet on sports. Finally, some politicians will make it legal. Except they only want to legalize betting in casinos and other state-controlled facilities. And even that was too much for the control freaks. They threatened lawsuits.
If someone wants to stop us, then they'll have to take action to try to stop us.
And they did. The big sports leagues, the pros, sued to block legal sports betting in Jersey, and a judge did stop it, at least for now. People I interviewed in Times Square agreed government should prevent us from gambling. Should betting on sports be allowed?
Never.
You should not be able to bet.
It encourages people, poor people, to spend money they don't have.
It does, sometimes. But aren't free Americans allowed to do what we want with our own money? No, says Rob Walgate of the conservative think tank American Policy Roundtable. Why not?
Well, people are free to gamble on sports. It's legal in this country in spots right now, John.
If you bet with a friend, or if you have a friendly poker game, no house taking the cut, it's legal in some parts of the country, not all.
In some parts of the country, but what Chris Christie and others have tried to do is clearly illegal, and they've tried to get around it by passing laws and forcing court actions.
Well, it may be illegal, but only because foolish control freaks on your side have made it illegal. Why should it be illegal? Why can't I do whatever I want with my money?
Are you advocating for the ability to bet on any sport wherever you want, anytime you want,
Yes.
from your mobile device,
Yes.
anywhere? If we put this anywhere and everywhere, and we have our mobile devices and we're able to do that, it's going to open up a can of worms, especially when you talk about, I'm not here to defend the 4 pro sports leagues or the NCAA, but I think when you look at NCAA athletes and what they've sold recently when it comes to their own personal merchandise, and they've gotten in trouble for $5,000 or even a few hundred is a lot of money, and you may see college sports go away as you know it. When we expand it and it gets everywhere, there is going to be, and I know you're labeling it control freaks, but I think when we read
Sorry about that,
Yeah.
but
I've been called worse. But when we read the Federalist Papers, we see what James Madison said: if men were angels, we'd need no laws.
so we have the laws, but it doesn't stop athletes from occasionally fixing games. We have this James Winston, the freshman Heisman Trophy winner, remarkable athletes, allegedly shaved points in one game.
Well, there's allegedly, and there's some stuff being talked about.
An NBA ref is in jail for making calls that affected point spreads. So, but it's already illegal. It happens. In England, it's legal. It doesn't happen.
Oh, it's happened there with tennis scandals and the fact that people could gamble, as well as golfers are able to wager on themselves in England, and that's an individual sport, so it's a bit different. But to think of Jameis Winston or think of Tim Donaghy, that happened in an illegal environment. If we open this up and it becomes legal on every street corner, the thought that it's not going to expand and happen more, and taxpayers are going to be left holding the bill to subsidize another group of people that can't afford it.
I don't know about tennis games in Britain, but we researched it, and all we could find in the BBC says in 1964, 8 players were jailed for fixing a soccer game. The previous incident we could find was from 1915.
When we study gambling and the expansion of gambling around the country or around the world, it is on the decline everywhere. So the thought, and I know
gambling is on the decline?
Absolutely.
Fewer people gamble?
The government gets less money. The problem is they're sucking that money out of the economic engine of certain states, and they're wasting the money they do pull away. The more money people gamble, the less they can spend on cars, washers and dryers, and homes.
Why isn't it my choice?
It is your choice. Gambling is a legal activity. You can gamble right now.
I can't bet on the NFL this year. There's no, or unless I can find someone to take the other side, I'm not allowed to go to someone.
Gambling on the NFL is legal in the state of Nevada. If you want to gamble on the NFL, you can do it tomorrow.
But I have to fly to Nevada.
And that keeps the people that are able to afford to go gambling on the NFL.
It's none of the government's goddamn business what I do.